Alrighty, hello and welcome to the Halloween event for Dandy's World. I have been very excited for this all week. More than all week, if I'm being honest, ever since it was announced. I'll be running up to floor 20 on this run. Hopefully research on all of the new Twisted. I did take a peek at the new Halloween characters, and I gotta say the abilities are pretty cool. Gotta say, after playing Bassie for so long for her mastery, I'm not used to Roger's speed. Or rather, lack of speed. I'm really excited for floor 5, where I get to see the Halloween floor. Oh, well, I should have seen that coming, honestly. It's alright, we can just get right back into it. I'm not entirely sure what the Twisted of the Halloween are gonna do. Because Rebecca, usually they're the opposite of the Toon's ability. Rebecca the Skeleton, she's unaffected by debuffs, except for trinkets. Maybe her Twisted... no, she's gonna be a common Twisted, so she's not gonna have any abilities. That's fair. Sylvester, he has an extra heart, which could mean as an uncommon he hits for 2 hearts, which would be a little dangerous, but you never know. Eclipse turns into a werewolf in Blackouts and gains movement speed. Sorry, stamina, not movement speed. I think her Twisted is going to be similar in that she's going to be more dangerous during Blackouts. And as for Gordy, he gives allies around him a speed boost. Actually, no, sorry. I think he gives the entire team a speed boost when the elevator first opens and when panic time starts. So it could be for the first little bit on the floor, you're slowed, and then when panic time starts, you've got to slow as well. His active ability is that he applies a buff, a random buff to everyone around him. So I'm not too sure what his abilities could be. We will find out, of course, when we get to floor 20. Box of chocolates on floor 1. That's pretty decent. So it didn't look like there were any Halloween stickers added, like I thought there might be. However, there were a bunch of skins, and you can see on the page in the event section when you go to launch Davy's World that they plan to add more Halloween skins on the 17th. Oh, hello, Flutter. So there's going to be a lot to grind for this event. I took a peek at these skins that are currently available. Some of them are pretty nice. I'm not really a fan of some of them. Like, I'll have to take a closer look at it, but the quick look I took at Astro's was... It didn't look the greatest, in my opinion. Cosmo and Sprout have a paired skin again. Cosmo is a mad scientist, while Sprout is a sort of Frankenstein monster, which I think is really cool. It's rather nice. I'm not saying Quell does a bad job. Like, I don't want anyone saying that. Quell does an amazing job, and as does her team. But I was not super impressed with the Easter skins because most of them were just a color change. Like, a lot of the times you would be like, here's this Easter skin for your character. It's literally just their blue, pink, or yellow, or a combination of them. And it was okay. The skins look good, but I don't know. I'm just not super fond of just a color change. These skins, however, the Halloween skins, they're very clearly like full costumes. Like, there's a lot more going on in the skin rather than just simply like swapping everyone to the Halloween colors. Again, I don't want that to seem like I'm saying the Easter skins were bad or Quell were bad. I'm not saying that. One of the things I just noticed is the health, in the bottom left where the health is, it's actually now bigger, the box. It used to be the box was tight and just surrounded the 3 hearts you had. But obviously now that Sylvester's in and his thing is that he has an extra heart, makes sense that the box has to be bigger too to show his extra heart, rather than just him being the only one. Could be that maybe further on we'll get a trinket that beats max health. I think it'd be pretty interesting, especially because that would give mains a bigger safety net at the cost of, one of their trinket slots, which I think is a fair trade. I'm a little curious as to how long until I get one of the new Twisted. Who is that? Oh, it's Brusha. So Yada and Brusha. Okay. I will say, well, I'm certainly re-getting used to the speed difference between Bassi and Roger. It is very nice to come back to a 4-star extraction and a 3-star skill check, which means decent-sized boxes that I should hopefully not miss. So machines will be completed a little faster. Though it does mean I need to be a bit more careful in my running, simply because the less speed means I'm not going to be able to get away as quickly or from certain twisted. One of the things I noticed too is whenever you get spotted, you get a pumpkin. It's only a pumpkin, so it's not like it makes or breaks you getting the skin, but it might still not be a bad idea to let the twisted on each floor spot you, just to maximize your pumpkin gains. Oh, and I just thought, I forgot there's new trinkets too because of each of the new tunes. Oh, what are their trinkets gonna do? I feel like Rebecca's is very clearly going to be the same as Eggson's was, which is just the find you the event currency. So to be fair, a lot of people were unhappy with that simply because that meant that was a trinket that was, well, not super useful during the event and just utterly useless after the event, which I kind of get what people are saying on that. It does make sense. Like, you're not gonna put on the egg radar after the Easter event, and most people aren't gonna put it on for the event. As for Sylvester's, his could be the extra heart trinket I thought said they might add, or maybe his is something to help with his low movement speed. I noticed something Quell did with these Halloween characters. But before, the only character to have more than 1 star in a stat was Shrimpo. Now, we have other characters, because I believe Sylvester had movement, speed, and stamina at 1, and Gordy, I believe, also had movement and stamina. Oh no, sorry, Sylvester had stealth and movement speed at 1. Gordy had movement and stamina. Or not movement, sorry. Did he also have stealth? I think he had stealth and stamina at 1. I think that was Gordy's stats. My point is, we now have characters who have 1 star in more than 1 stat. And the trade-off for that is obviously that they have higher stars in other stats, like, because before you had, like, say, Yada, who's got 1 star in stamina, but has 4 star in movement speed, 5 star in extraction. Gordy has, I think, it was a 5 star in extraction, a 4 star in, 5 star in skill check, 4 star in extraction. And then I think it was 4 stars in movement as well. So you can now have charactoons who have multiple 4 and 5 star stats, whereas before you could only have 1 of each. I don't think we're ever going to get a character who has 5 star in 2 stats. Maybe a new main coming. I kind of doubt it. But it is nice to see, like, that you can have a toon that has 5 stars and then 2 4 stars. I did just remember, I did forget something about Eclipse's ability. She doesn't just turn into a werewolf and get 2 stamina during a blackout, she also will glow. But I think it's pretty interesting, because I think the only other toon who gains a bonus during the blackout is Cole from the Christmas event. I am curious as to see what Eclipse's werewolf form looks like. I think, though, before when I was doing, like, Icar runs and whatnot, V or Flight was my go-to. V because, obviously, she has the best extraction stats in the game, though that may change with Gordy. And Flight because, well, he has slightly less extraction stats than V, he has much better movement speed, and he still has an active ability, because you gain... Oh, scraps, that's dirty. Okay, anyway, as I was saying... Oh, geez, what was I saying? Ah, yes, Flight. You gain 5 to your Icar every time, the first time you use an ability each floor. So while Yara does technically have better extraction stats than Flight, she doesn't have an active ability, so you're technically losing out on 5 Icar per floor, which isn't that much, I admit, but it's still enough that it's something to consider when you're grinding it. But that being said, as I mentioned, with Gordy having a 5-star skill check, 4-star extraction, and 4-star movement speed plus an active ability, I think from this point on, Gordy is going to be my go-to whenever I need Icar. Especially with his passive being a movement speed boost on floor start and panic time, so it's going to be really helpful for getting stats done, or floors done rather. Though his ability being a effectively AoE version of Toodles is rather interesting. I'm not against it. I'm actually rather fond of random chance abilities and builds in games. I am playing with fire here. Kind of sucks a little getting scrapped so early. This so I can use the extraction speed. Ooh. Thought she might be there. That is my exit there, so I do actually need to go down this way because I'm pretty sure there's a pumpkin down this way and I want all of them. Oh, nope, the pumpkin's over there. Okay. Let's take a quick over here. Oh, okay, that was a weird sentence. A quick peek over here for items. And to let scraps pass by, and then I will go grab the pumpkin. Appreciate it if you didn't try and herd me over to Scraps, Brescia. She's already cheap shot me once, I'm not letting her have another. She's kind of guarding this machine, which I don't like. I'm not entirely certain how Roger's going to do on the treadmills, seeing as he does have 4-star extraction, he does have a 2-star movement. And as I learned with Bassi, the movement speed helps a lot more with completing the machines. Extraction speed still helps as a skill check, but movement speed is the real kicker there for allowing you to extract those quickly. Sort of a dumb way to look, but... Okay. What you got for me? not one. I'll take a chocolate bar. It is really interesting to me how a regular chocolate bar increases your stamina by 25 and walk speed by 10%, but the box of chocolate, which is like a multi-use version, increases your run speed instead of your walk speed. So a chocolate bar helps you walk faster, a box of chocolate bars helps you run faster, which is a little weird. But I suppose technically it is still an upgraded version. Brusha again. Why does she keep showing up? And the other question is, who is the other one? Boxton. Okay. I can live with that. It's not Scraps again, for at least. So, took a cheap shot from Scraps on floor 3, so an interesting start to this run, but I think it's fine. Gotta make sure to get every single one of these pumpkins, because I'm gonna need a couple thousand of them to get everything. And I am certainly getting everything. I am one of those people who suffers from FOMO. FOMO, otherwise known as fear of missing out. Oh, okay, so we're restarting again. But I suffer from FOMO, so fear of missing out. So I really don't like it when things like that. Oh, hello. Oh, an in-game way to sign up for those. That's pretty cool, actually. But I really don't like it when there's events like this, where it's like a one-time, if you don't get it, you miss out. So a lot of the times I will try and set my schedule around getting absolutely everything when it is up, even if that means significant amount of grinding and burning myself out. It has unfortunately happened once or twice where I have, after a significant amount of grinding, burned myself out on a game and just not touched the game for a while. In particular, there is an online game called Smite. It's basically... It is a MOBA, an online battle, so like 5v5. They did a collaboration where they had a battle pass with the characters from Ruby. I'm... Rooster Teeth Ruby. I am very fond of this show. I was a huge fan of Rooster Teeth, still am, and loved watching Ruby. So when those skins came out and they were on the battle pass, I was like, okay, I want all 4 of these skins. So I played daily. I grind and ground until I had everything from that battle pass. Oh, hey, Rebecca. The problem with that, though, is after I was done, sure, I had the 4 skins, but I just didn't want to play Smite anymore. I was like, I've been playing Smite every day, multiple hours a day for the last... I think it was a total of a month it took me to get everything. So I didn't play the game. You look interesting. Your head's cracked open. I mean, it wouldn't be the first. We've seen some things happen to the other Twisted, so your head being cracked open ain't that weird. Okay, nope, that was not enough time to get away from you. So, reset on the first floor, so that's 1. That one I got to floor 5, and then this is starting from... So technically 7 floors before I got to see a Halloween Twisted. Let's just hope that's the end of the restarts. So I can... Come on, Louie. So I can really get this going. Yeah, I've been streaming for about 25 minutes now, and I'm still technically on floor 1. But it's okay. Obviously, there's some issues regarding event launch, so they're just fixing that. I have no problems with that. I'm not shaking my fist at Quell and the gang. I am going to shake my fist at Louie, though, because as anyone who's seen a few of my other streams knows, I have beef with Twisted Louie, because he's the biggest camper in this entire game. I would actually rather deal with Goob and Sprout repeatedly. No, I can't say that. Louie is annoying, but Goob and Sprout have... Not Sprout, Scraps have taken way more hearts off me, so probably can't say I'd rather deal with them than Louie. I will happily deal with any main rather than deal with Louie, though. Heck, honestly, I'd prefer Flutter. Because sure, she's fast and comes by a lot, but she doesn't camp you like Louie does. Heck, even Tisha's not that bad. I know a lot of people dislike Twisted Tisha because she'll stop and sit in front of a machine, but she's not there for like 5 minutes at a time. She will just like sit there for like a minute and then leave. Louie will just repeatedly, again and again and again, come back to the same machine you're trying to work on. Going back to what I was saying earlier, Rebecca's, I think, is going to be the Find the Pumpkins trinket. And here we go again. Okay. It's fine. Technically, I'm just getting pumpkins. Oh, wow. Somebody already How do you already have Eclipse? Oh, because all she needs is pumpkin, so clearly they spent money on her. That's fine. I do actually rather like Eclipse's look. I don't think enough to stop me from maining Astro, but I do rather like her look. I was wondering the other night, when the Christmas event comes back around, not next month, because we still got November, but for December, is it just going to be the same 4 tunes and then a bunch of new skins? Or will Quell be adding new Christmas tunes on top of new skins and bringing the old ones back? Because if so, my goodness, I am going to have a significant amount of grinding to do for the Christmas event. It's already going to be pretty high because I've missed the Christmas event, so I still have to get all those skins. But it's going to be even higher because new skins at the bare minimum. Oh, Rebecca again. So I am thinking we're good now. I'm probably jinxing things, but I'll say it anyway. Usually, whenever they start the events and whatnot, there's only a few drops, and then we're all good to go. Which we've had a few, so I think we are good to go now. Let Poppy see me for the pumpkin and the tapes. So I do have a sort of strategy that I'm not sure if people have picked up on. On the first floor, I always make sure to pick up every single item and let both Twisted see me. The reason for this is every single one of those things gives you tapes. So completing machine gets you 10 tapes, so 40 tapes, plus an additional 10 when the floor ends, so 50. 3 tapes per machine you finish, and I think it's 5 tapes for letting a Twisted see you, the common Twisted. You get more for higher tier Twisted. But that way, if I get floor 1, Danny decides he wants to offer a medkit. Bad example, because the medkit, even with all that, I still can't afford. Unless, you can do it as Yada, because you can grab all the things she drops and use them for more tapes. But, if he drops, like, a bandage or something, like a really good item, most of the time I have enough tapes on floor 1 to actually be able to get it. Man, it feels really good to have regular size skill checks again. One-star skill checks are brutal. Whoop. I should have figured she was coming in here. So my plan so far is to, for the future I should say, is for this event I'm going to do a stream a day where I get all the way to floor 20. I am going to continue playing afterwards. Like, I'm not just going to only play on the stream, simply because, as I said, I'm trying to grind and get absolutely everything. But I do plan to stream once a day. Once I get all of the research done and all the grinding done, I'll still probably play and stream. I think I might just join public runs and help other people get their research and whatnot done. I gotta say, like, going back to something I said in a previous stream of how I was surprised because I was getting so many distractors who die on, like, floor 2. And then there would be... everyone else would be dead by floor, like, 10. It's like... I'm not saying people are bad. I don't want to say that. But I have seen a lot of people die by floor 10. And, well, you can get lucky and get the Halloween main before floor 20. 20 is the guaranteed, it's the easiest way to get the research capped out. So for all those people who don't get there, I feel a little bit bad for them. Because it's going to be significantly harder for them to get their research. I know they do have... I know when you're in a public run, you know, you get more twisted faster. So, like, on a solo, you don't get 3 twisted until floor 13, whereas if you're in a group of, like, 8, you get 3 twisted at, like, floor 4 or 5. But, so technically that does increase the chances and does help you get the main faster, but at the same time, there's definitely going to be a lot of people who, because they don't get that far, don't get their research that fast, so they have to do more grinding than I do. You could argue that technically they do it faster, simply because I'm slowly soloing all the way to floor 20 while they're doing multiple groups, and sure, they stop at like floor 10 or 11 because they die, but they get there significantly faster than I get to floor 20 because of it being 8 people. So I think really it all comes down to luck, like how lucky these people get and whatnot. Because who knows, maybe a lot of people are just luckier than I do and they get the event main multiple times before floor 20, whereas I get unlucky and only get it on floor 20. I do think that might be a thing, simply because a while back my friend and I found out I am what's called a luck vampire, in that I take other people's luck and then either keep it for myself or redistribute it randomly. I don't have a choice in this matter. So it could very well be because, as we've learned when I'm playing alone, there's nobody's luck to steal, so I don't have any luck. So that very well could be it. I guess you could say that technically means I make the game harder on myself by playing solo, but I enjoy playing solo. I have never really been much one for grouping, playing with other people. I've done it before, I can do it very easily, but it's not something I'm super comfortable with, as introverted as I am. What is... Oh, Sylvester's here. I am gonna go take a look at him once I get over to that side. I'm curious as part of me wants to let him hit me to test his twisted ability to see if I'm right about him doing a second hit. Like if he does 2 damage rather than 1. There he is. Oh, he's got a sword. That's cool. Oh, geez. He chases for a while, too. I guess you're only uncommon, so you wouldn't have, like, a special ability. You would just have, like, a slightly increased stat, which I guess in this case is the longer attention span. So I bet it's going to be Eclipse who has the ability, because she's the rare. Unless I was wrong and Eclipse is the uncommon? No, I think it depends on the cost. I think Eclipse was about 1,250, whereas Sylvester, he was like a couple hundred. I think he was cheaper than her, so I think she is the... Yes, she is, because Quell... Sorry, he is. They both are. Quell specifically stated that she was showing off the uncommon and the common, which was Rebecca and Sylvester. Is it just me, or did he kind of, like, guard that machine? So he's not that fast. He's only about, like, average speed. But, man, does he chase you for a while. A long while. He does not give up. He keeps going back and, like, staring at that machine. Is he actually guarding it? I think he's kind of like Connie. Whereas Connie possesses. I think in Sylvester's case, he'll go and he'll just stand in front of a machine for a while. Because, like, look, he is just... Like, that's Tisha level of just standing there. I'm betting he's coming to this machine. I think he has a different route. I don't think he... Yeah, I'm right. So Sylvester doesn't go around the map like other Twisted do. He's similar to Connie in that he's going to specifically go from machine to machine, and then he guards them. And that's freaking cool. Like, I really like that. That is so much more interesting than he just wandering around the floor. Like, he's actually being a knight. He's guarding the machines. Unfortunately, he's on the one I want to do, but... I wonder, does he only guard No, it wouldn't only be uncompleted machines, because then it wouldn't be fair. Because he'd just sit on the last one, and you'd have to get someone to distract him. That is really cool. He might be my favorite new Twisted. Oh, it sucks that he's going away. I want him in the game 24/7. Maybe it's not every machine. Maybe he picks 2 machines and he goes back and forth between those 2. I think it is. Okay. Unless he's coming this way, maybe? There's not a machine in there, is it? There is. Okay, so he does, in fact, guard all the machines. He goes back and forth between them all, guarding them. That's pretty freaking cool. I am legitimately upset that he's going to leave after the Halloween event is over, because that is such amazing mechanics. I would love to see that as just added into the game. I might I might throw a message in the Discord and ask Quell if the Twisted can stick around after, because that's really freaking cool. Can I catch a glimpse of Sylvester? Is he moving to the machine down there? Yep, there he goes. See, this is what I love about Dandy's World. I played a lot of other games. Like, I'm not saying I didn't enjoy them. I really did. There's quite a few I have played to the extent that I've played Dandy's World. But a lot of the times when the update comes, it's just like one or two things that are interesting, get my attention. With this, I am loving every last bit of this event. It's so cool. I love getting the rehearsal and the other card that reduce your ability cooldown and a heal when you're playing as Roger, who doesn't have an ability and is full health when you're full health. It's like, oh great, all of these cards are literally useless to me right now. Two of them just useless in general. I wonder what Gordy's footsteps are gonna sound like. I feel like they're gonna be kind of plant-based, like sprouts are. So they're gonna be a little kind of like you're stepping in leaves. I'm a little like, I understand Bassie's twisted sound was like the wind rustling through the trees. That made sense. She was like a big willow tree in her twisted form. But at the same time, that is such a thematic Halloween noise that I kind of wish Quell had saved it for Gordy here. Though maybe Quell is gonna surprise me. Maybe Gordy has a really, really creepy sound. Okay, so I know Tegan's one. Who's the other? Cosmo, okay. I think Cosmo mains are really going to enjoy his skin from this. His Mad Scientist outfit looks pretty good. Shelly has a witch skin, which, pun intended. Sorry about that. I'm thinking... sorry, Shelly's witch outfit. I am a huge fan of witches. Like, I love them. Absolutely love them. I even got my girlfriend a big floppy witch hat. So, that is I will probably be swapping my Shelly to that skin. Which is funny because I just talked about how, well, I thought the Care Bear skin was really cute. It wasn't enough for me to take Shelly off of the Dino Snore skin. Because her little dinosaur PJs are a onesie is super adorable. But like I said, with the witch skin, that is my thing. So I think I really am going to swap her to that witch skin. I'm hoping on the 17th when more skins are added by Quell, I'm really hoping V gets a skin, because unless I missed it, I don't think V got a skin, and I know Pebble didn't. So I think on the 17th, V and Pebble are going to get skins. What I think would be really nice too is if the Christmas and Easter characters got skins. Because I know it's not their event, their holiday, but it'd still be really cool to have other holiday-themed skins for the other holiday tunes. Yeah, Tegan, you're not getting my tapes. I feel like a lot of people don't know she does that. Like, I honestly, when I first played, I did not know for the longest time that Tegan did that. But when Twisted Tegan hits you, she takes 100 tapes. And again, I didn't know that for the longest time either. I actually only found out because after a while, once they have a character page, I like looking up the Wikipedia for the character and reading about all they do. Because that's what I do with games I enjoy. I read everything about it. I understand the game. So I was reading Tegan, and it was like, oh yeah, Twisted Tegan takes 100 tapes when she hits you. And I was like, I didn't know she did that. Not saying she never hit me. She certainly did. Just, I never paid attention to my tapes. I didn't realize that she was taking them. We've got Boxton, and there's one other. I wonder if one of the new trinkets for the Halloween tunes is going to be related to what I said a while back, in that there's now a skill check speed and skill check speed multiplier stat in the stats tab. Will one of their trinkets increase that or decrease it? Because again, like I've said before, the lower that skill check speed is, the faster the bar moves. The higher it is, the slower it moves. And either one could be good. Because faster would let you, like if it's a big skill check like Rogers or V's, you want faster, so that way it gets to the orange spot, gets you the great faster. But with slower, like 1-star, 2-star skill checks, slower would be better, because then you have a much higher chance of hitting that very small. You're gonna see me, aren't you? Yep. Let's get you a better chance of hitting that much smaller skill check. I think if I go down there, I'm guaranteed going to hit the goop. And there's no actual machine there, so I don't actually have a reason to go down there. One of the reasons why I'm excited to do Blot's Mastery after this as my next is, well, he doesn't have the greatest extraction checks similar to Bassi. His ability is really great for getting out of tight spots, and he is one of a few tunes that can walk into those Ichor spots and not be affected by it. So he doesn't get the slowed buff, he doesn't get the sickness. The only tunes that do that are him, Connie, maybe Sylvester, because I don't know, because he doesn't float when you play him. I don't think he does. And Flutter. You know, champion tunes who either don't touch the ground or who are already kind of Ichor-like Blot. That also technically means Connie is, unless Sylvester is also not affected by both, Connie is the only tune that gets a benefit in both Blackouts and in the Ichor League. Because she is one of the tunes that glows in a Blackout, and as I just mentioned, because she floats, she isn't affected by Ichor on the ground. Man, there's a lot of extraction items on this floor. Lots of skill check candies and whatnot. Can you go away, Boxton? That's my pumpkin. Thank you. Wait, I didn't really see that. Did that say I was at 666 pumpkins? Because if so, that's hilarious. I don't think so. I don't think I'm up to 600 yet, but be funny. Hang on. I'm missing a machine here. There's this one here. I'm at 246. Okay, no. No machines there. Where did I miss one? Was it in this back corner in here and I was just super blind? Nope. Okay, so it's got to be up there and I didn't see it. Yeah, because that one's there, but I need one more machine. I know there's one in that room. I already did it. Unless there's two in here? Nope, there's not two. I know that I'm blind, like my glasses are pretty strong, but this I feel like is not me. Am I just straight missing a machine? Ah, there it is. Okay, so it was over here and I just completely went by it. Well, like I said, I am blind as a bat. It's part of the reason I take extra steps to avoid blackouts is simply because the darkness and the fact that I'm normally pretty blind, it is almost impossible for me to actually see things. That's why, if you'll notice, a lot of me getting hit tends to be in blackouts, because the double not seeing is really not great. That being said, I like blackouts, because this is supposed to be a horror game, and a blackout really makes you feel creeped out, especially when you're like me and you can't see very well. It becomes a very creepy, very on edge kind of moment. It's very good for a horror game. It's a very good experience all around. Hello there, and welcome to the stream. Ooh. I like this. Oh my goodness, this is cool. Looks like it's Rebecca and Boxton. I do know, assuming this floor is similar to the east floor, or the Easter floor, you're always guaranteed a Halloween tune on this floor. It's usually the common, in this case Rebecca, but... Oh, this is freaking cool. Who is that at the top left? The where is she? Is that Rebecca? Or is that someone else? Wait a minute. That's... No, that's not Sprout. That looks more like a bell pepper than Sprout. Because you can see in this one, it's got a stem. Sprout doesn't have a stem. This is cool. Poor Gordy. So, what I think by this is, I think Gordy has parents. Which is a little different than the regular Toons. The regular Toons don't have parents other than, obviously, Delilah and Arthur, who make them. But it looks like Gordy might actually have parents? And he's got an issue in that he can't remember them. Oh, poor little pumpkin boy. Oh my god, that plushie is adorable. So I'm doubly sad now that the event will be going and all that stuff will be going away because Sylvester's mechanics are really cool. This floor is amazing. I love this. This is such a cool floor. Oh, look at the little spill. Oh, wait, a TV. Is there going to be a... Okay, that was the end of it. So now the question is this from the show? Or is this actual just like footage of Gordy? Oh, it's a long one, I gotta say. I gotta say, one of the other interesting things, it's kind of interesting that... Oh, damn it, Boxton. Connie isn't from... And that's where we caught up to. It's kind of interesting that Connie isn't a Halloween Toon. Because it makes sense why Cosmo isn't. Because his Ginger, his cousin, is a Christmas cookie, whereas he's just a regular sweet, not a Christmas sweet. But Connie's a ghost, which I suppose you could argue isn't just a Halloween thing, but I like the typewriter. So it makes me wonder, was Connie a Halloween Toon? And she somehow got away from whatever happens to the holiday Toons when their holiday ends? Or was she created and then they had the idea for the holiday Toons, or the Halloween Toons? God, I want this plush. I want it so bad. I love the eyes follow you. That's cool. Okay, I did see the info cards for the Toons. I do want to read those. Okay. Sylvester is a ghost that loves to haunt. Specifically, he loves to haunt armor. He considers himself one of the strongest Toons around. come on, box, and I'm trying to read here. Whether that is true is still up for some debate. Rebecca loves the spooky season. She often helps in making costumes for her friends to enjoy. In her eyes, a big part of the fun is dressing up and showing off your scary flair. And Eclipse tries to her best to show others that wolves don't often have to be the bad guys in stories. With a kind heart and love for the moon, Eclipse is always open for stargazing with a new friend. Okay. And as we know, I don't think Gordy has a little info card. Because, well, the other Easter tunes did, Bassie didn't. And I'm assuming it was the same with the Christmas tunes. This map is so cool. Okay, I will stop nerding out about the map and actually get this this run continuing. I am excited to read the little tidbit of lore you get on the Twisted when you get their research to 50. Because usually that lore reveals a little thing about the... Can you not, Boxton? It reveals a little something about the character that you don't see. Last one's here. I'm just going to take a quick nip down here to grab the research and that pumpkin. Don't want to leave anything behind. Oh, I see. And then here's the gift shop part of the map. Oh, I almost missed a pumpkin. Guess it makes sense. I went around the other edge. I didn't come down here. Can you not, Rebecca? I want to go over there. Man, I know it's because of her dark eyeliner, but it really makes her eyes look like empty sockets when you're not that close to her. That is such a cool poster. Yeah, no info card for Gordy. Took my hand away for a second. That was just me hitting that way too late. Jinxed myself earlier when I said I hopefully wouldn't be missing them now that I was back to a regular size. Well, goodbye, Halloween floor. I'll see you again on floor 10. And then 15 and then 20. hear footsteps. And what's more, I don't recognize those footsteps. Did you hear that too, Tisha? No, it's Boxton, which means it was coming from the elevator. Did something happen in the elevator and I wasn't looking? That would be really depressing if Quell added, like, something popping up and creeping on you in the elevator and I just happened to not be looking. Because I know the sounds of the elevator closing, and that was different. That really did sound like footsteps. God, I'm gonna have to watch the elevator now every time it opens, because, like, I really did hear something. Honestly, I kind of hope I'm right and Quell did do that. It'd be really cool to have, like, creepy events happen in the elevator, or, like, when you're leaving the elevator. Because, again, this is supposed to be a horror game. And Quell does do it very well. There are plenty of times where I get right creeped out by things. Will be honest, for a while there, I thought I'd lucked out and got the new main, because I really thought those footsteps were him. Or I suppose it could be a her. I don't actually know the... No, I think Gordy is a guy. I think in the description Quell put out, they mentioned his shop. No, didn't think I was gonna be able to squeak by you. Don't know. Oh, there she is. So I apologize to everyone who doesn't want to stare at the elevator when the it opens, but I really need to figure out what that was. Rebecca and Sylvester, a double Halloween too. Okay. Oh, a Band-Aid. Maybe it's only like, maybe it's on a guaranteed event. Maybe it happens fairly unfrequently and I just both got lucky and unlucky. Lucky it happened, unlucky that I wasn't looking. Or maybe it only happens on the floor after the Halloween floor? Like maybe you bring something back from the Halloween floor? Oh god, was that the sound of Gordy creeping out of the elevator when I left? Okay, he's leaving to a different machine, so that means I can safely do this one. Now, Rebecca going to the little alcove next to this room. Nope, she's coming over here. Okay, so he's going to the machine back by the elevator. That's fine. So I can do this one, and then he's going to have to cross a large section of map to get to another machine when he's done guarding that one. That was way too early. I wonder, if you mess up a machine, does he come running? No, it looks like he does still respect the has to be within hearing distance of it. He's not like a V or Astro. That would be cool though, if because he guarded them, if you messed one up, he came sprinting. So maybe Sylvester is immune to the Ichor because his Twisted looks like it doesn't have legs. It kind of looked on his poster like he did have legs, but maybe he doesn't? I'd have to either see someone playing them or unlock them myself, so... Hang on, has Rebecca seen me yet? No, she hasn't. Okay. I gotta remember, research. I've been so used to having all the research done that I've not been remembering to let them see me. I have to say, one of the other things that's always confused me is people get mad at Roger Maines for stealing the Twisted off the distractors, and that I understand. Like, they shouldn't be doing that. They should wait at the elevator to get the research. But one of the other things that I noticed, they always get hit in that. And I don't know if that's people showing off that, like, oh yeah, they always steal and then get hit and die, or if it's... Because I have seen some people who seem to think that to get research, you have to get hit by the Twisted, which is not accurate. Hey Dandy, you seen any creepy crawlies in this elevator? Swear I heard one. I like how I pick up the electrician card and it hits me with a back-to-back blackout. It's like, I thought that reduced the chance of a blackout. Oh, you're right in the doorway. Okay, I guess I'm going this way. Don't really like going out in the open until I know who the Twisted are, but... Poppy. Blot and Poppy. Okay, that's not bad at all. Blot's hands are a little hard to see in the dark, but should be okay. Good news is Blot doesn't move around. He just sits there. It's the hands that move, but they don't patrol, so... Poppy's the only one I have to worry about kicking me off a machine. I don't think... That's just bad. He's too busy staring at his hand. Okay, so I am on the edge of his activation range. I can do this machine. Technically, if he stretched, he could reach me pretty easy. But, thankfully he ain't doing that. One of the little tricks you can do if you're playing Roger and you get a blackout is you can zoom in and look through the back of his head. Because the way the game does glass, blackouts and whatnot, darkness, is actually easier to see into if you're looking through the game's glass. So by looking through the back of Roger's head, you can actually see a little bit farther than you normally could in a blackout. You have used it quite a few times to on the more dangerous floors to pick out where the dangerous Twisted are. It is a very helpful trick to know. It would have been really funny if he changed one of his hands to like right here and just blocked me in. Blot's hands are not actually as hard to pick out as I thought they'd be. Oh, hello, Poppy. Yeah, because, well, his hands are the same black color as the darkness. They move, and that movement kind of betrays where they are in the darkness. Because sure, you can't see what it is, but you can see something in the darkness moving. It's like, oh, that's Blot's hand. I should not go near that. I'm up to 385, so that's enough for Rebecca. Gordy's gonna be the expensive one because he's like 2,500 something. Oh, come on, Poppy! I got the skill check gumball. Why'd you ruin it? Yeah, still got a few skill checks out of it. Yeah, so I think the pumpkin, the event currency requirement for all the tools is just a bit over 5,000, I believe. Because it's usually about 2,500 for the main, sometimes 2,750. Then it's about 1,500, 1,250 for the rare, which that brings you up to about 4,000, or close to. And then the uncommon is usually about 600-700, and then the common is 300. So altogether, it's about 5,000, maybe a little over. Hi, Brusha. Who's your friend? Is it someone I have to be wary about? No machines back here. Thank goodness. I hate the machines that spawn back there. They can be boxes. They can be a real pain with certain Twisted. Ooh, another Band-Aid. That's nice. You know, I'm gonna do this one simply because I want to see how Roger does on this. And it's not too slow. It is obviously not as fast as, like, say, Yada or Bassi, but it's not too slow. Roger's higher extraction speed does help. I can only imagine how fast Gordy's going to do these treadmills, what with his 4-star movement speed, 4-star extraction speed, and then 5-star skill check. He is probably going to be the absolute best for the treadmills. Okay, Brusha, can you just not? So this stream is probably going to be fairly long, mostly because of the 3 restarts that happen. So may end up being a 3-hour stream here. Because like I've said, I do plan on getting to floor 20. So I like to only use about half my stamina on a treadmill. That way, if a twisted comes around, you still have half your stamina to get away. Most of the time is enough. See, I had a little more than half there, but was still plenty to get away from Boxton. Now, the faster twisted might not end up being enough stamina, but depends on the position of the treadmill. If it's somewhere near stuff that you can hide behind, it should be okay. But if it's in an open area, you might be in a little bit of trouble. Back to the Halloween floor we go, and this time I'm going to take extra care to watch the elevator when I'm on the floor after the Halloween floor, just in case I was right and something does happen to come out of the Halloween floor with you. 19 and 17% chance for the Ichor leak and blackout. Hopefully we don't get too many blackouts. Alright, can I see who we've got? We've got Poppy. And Rebecca. So I noticed on this floor, while I was there looking to see which it is, there is sort of a kind of wind through the trees noise. Obviously not as loud as Bassie's, because that was kind of her noise, but to anyone who joined late and didn't get to see it the first time, this is Gordy's room. It's a little creepy, a little depressing. He's got parents he can't remember. No writing in the book there. Oh, hello, Poppy. I do have to find Rebecca and let her see me. Oh, hey, Rebecca. Come take a peek at me. You... Honestly, with how many times she's spawned, I am probably done her research or very close to it. Oh. You turned around fast. Because with Roger getting the be seen once each floor and the research capsules, it's 14% per floor, so you only need about 7 times to finish the research. I am fairly certain I've seen her 7 times. I've seen Sylvester twice, so I'll need 5 more times on him. I have not seen Eclipse, unfortunately, and I have not seen the main. I feel out of the 4 Halloween main tunes, Eclipse is going to be the hardest for me to get the research on. Simply because, well, technically she's got a higher chance to spawn than Gordy does. Gordy has a guaranteed spawn on floor 20, whereas Eclipse doesn't have a guaranteed spawn, and because she's a rare, it's going to be hard to find her. Now, it is the Halloween event, so the Halloween tunes are going to be the ones on the boards, the Twisted board, so that's going to help. But, and I think just during the event, you do also have a higher chance to see them, so it shouldn't be too difficult to get Eclipse's research done. But she is going to, in my opinion, going to be the most difficult one to get done. Don't really need the discount, but I don't need the heal, and I'd rather not lower the chance for Ichor leaks. I don't know. I don't know what that noise I heard before was. I don't know if I imagined it or if I did hear something. just don't know. On the plus side, I now have enough for another skin, and I'll most likely have enough for a second one when I get to floor 20. So grinding for the Halloween stuff is also going to help me get what I need for unlocking everything. The hardest thing will, of course, be the golden brick, because that is an expensive sticker. That'll probably be the last thing I get. Actually gonna go for the instructions here because I play pretty safe, so I don't really need the escape items as much, but the items to complete machines faster are just very, very nice. Tisha and Rebecca. Again, I'm pretty sure her research is done, but I am just really going to make sure it is. I don't need to, because I guarantee I'm going to see her a ton more. She is the common, so I'll be seeing her pretty much the entire event. If she just walks forward, it'll be fine. If she turns around, yeah. Another Band-Aid, but I already have two. One of the things that I thought was really cool is if you look at them, they're actually called Dand-Aids, which makes sense because it's Dandy's world, but I really like that little detail. So hopefully we can just have some fairly uneventful floors as we work our way up to 20. Tech savvy should help out. Blackout and first floor with 3 twisted. Oh, that's a med kit. I can go get it so I can pick that up. Hit me. Thank you. Oh, hi, Sylvester. You wanna chase me? And is that Rebecca? Yes, it is. Okay, so I'm going to stop getting spotted by Rebecca simply because, as I said, I'm fairly certain I've done her research and I'm going to be seeing her a ton. So I don't really need to be doing that. This will be the 3rd time I've seen Sylvester, so I need to see him 4 more times to finish his research. Thanks for the jumper cables, Dandy. Alrighty, so who do we have on Tisha's floor? Not Tisha, Sprite. We have Tisha and Toodles. And yeah, okay, that's not bad. Nothing over in that little corner, which is weird because usually there's a machine there. I'm actually kind of thankful that the treadmill machines don't spawn that often. Simply because when you are playing tunes who aren't high on the movement speed, it is harder to complete them. Well, I wouldn't really say harder, they take longer. Oh, that looks like a med kit. That it is. Oh, I'm dumb. I picked that up in the wrong spot. Well, let's hope I don't run into Gigi. Too bad I'm not playing Bassie anymore, else I could just drop the med kit, pick something up, and put it in the right slot. Ah well. It's not really an issue being in that slot unless I run into Gigi, so... Well, back to the Halloween floor again. Hello, Pebble. Saw Rebecca over there, too. Question is, who's the last Twisted? Sylvester is. Hey Pebble, can you come run on this for me? I didn't mean that. Forgot. Pebble's a dog. Dogs don't get jokes. Don't joke with Pebble. Interesting that his room is kind of like hidden. Like it does have a door, but hey Sylvester, you want to take a peek at me? I need your research. You. Yeah, I can see in his card he's got legs, but as a twisted, he doesn't. So I think when you're playing him, or when we play as him, he's got legs. Which I would think means he's not immune to the Ichor Leak. Oh, here comes Pebble. I think I'll just take a moment, see where Pebble goes. Okay. Sylvester's leaving too, that's good. Okay, everyone just wants to be over here. Bye, Pebble. Valve. Now that's nice. I can only assume I must have been hearing things when I thought I heard footsteps earlier. Because I have not had that happen again. Okay, Yada, just go away, please. Louis, Yada, and Rebecca. I'll get this one done first. So we are getting very close here. Floor 16 is about to be done in a second. Would have liked to see Eclipse before we got to floor 20, but doesn't seem to have much luck on that. At least we get to see how cool Gertie looks. Let's go with suppression, actually. Nah, decency is a better choice. Ooh, hello, Goob. Okay, so Boxton and Goob. And there are two more. Finn. Oh, that can make things a little tricky. Tegan. Okay. Well, the last one's not too big an issue. Oh, there's a box of chocolates over there. Jumper cables there. Machine in the middle, I'm definitely going to be using those jumper cables on. Well, there's a hit. Should have known he was going to be around that corner. So I'm going to head back here and grab that Band-Aid I know is here to heal. Then I really got to get these two middle machines done and out of the way. Because these are going to be the most dangerous ones. I know Goop's over there, so I'll keep an eye out. No, I didn't realize Finn walked right past me. Okay, Goop's right there. Coming in here. That's fine. I want to go out there. Well, I want to do that machine first, then I want to go out there. Goob, why are you camping? You are literally just going back and forth between the areas, and I do not like it. Half a second sooner on the slow going away, and I would have got away from that without a hit. Ah, well. It was a little ambitious to be finishing a machine right when she was coming around the corner, especially with Finn on the floor. Don't really... Okay, no, there he is. There's Goob. I guess that also means she stole 100 tapes off me. Which is not a big deal. I have 700. I don't really need more tapes. Two hits that floor. Great. Well, thank you very much, Dandy. Okay, so we are inching closer to floor 20. There's a blackout. who all we're dealing with. Louis. Cosmo, that's Yada. And Poppy, okay. Just a bunch of basic Twisted. That's not a problem at all. I hit that really early. That's a med kit. Nope. Off the machine. I was trying to pick up the freaking research. So while normally I would not do the 3 heals thing, I want to guarantee that I'm getting to floor 20. My goodness, you guys do not want me near that middle. Well, I do know where the other two machines are. I want to double check and make sure I've got... I almost ran straight at you, Cosmo. Hey, there's Yada, finally. Actually, I think she might have chased me at some point. Hard to remember. Yeah, she's seen me at some point, because I didn't get any, ichor or tapes there. The skin is very fitting for Roger, seeing as I'm making him do treadmills. Well, it would make him tired with his movement speed. Alrighty, one more floor to go. Should have known it'd be another blackout. Alright, so Louie's one of them. As is Tisha, Cosmo. And Toodles. Okay, that's pretty easy. No machines up here. Oh, I did not know Toodles was on me as well. Really hoping I don't get a blackout on the next floor, because I would like to actually be able to see Gordy. here we go. Floor 20. Get our guaranteed Gordy spawn, get our research on him. Maybe we'll be lucky and Eclipse will spawn too. Glisten, of course. Unless that's not Glisten. I don't think that's Glisten. Does Gordy talk to us? Oh, hello. Oh, that's cool. You have to give him items or else he gets upset. But I mean, I think I want him to be upset. 'Cause I want his research. Go away, Finn. I'm not interested in you. Okay, let's see what happens when his bar fills up. It's not very fast, but it is interesting that you have to give him items for him to stay passive. Oh, look at his face. That is cool. Go away, Finn. I'm trying to see Gordy. Oh, cool. That is really interesting. Well, that is going to be it for my stream today. I might play a little bit more, might not, but I will be streaming again tomorrow. Yet again, another floor 20 run with Roger to get Gordy here. Maybe I'll get him a few more times before 20 this time. But I thank you everyone who's here and is watching. Thank you for joining the stream, and I will see you tomorrow if you want to join in. Have a nice night.